Hi, welcome to this video on basic hip throw. I'm going to show a couple of little different variations, okay? So, on a hip throw, okay, so literally we're not worrying about how we end up in the position, we're just working how to physically do one. Okay, so from here, you want your footwork. Now from here, I'm going to step with my foot inside his feet. So it'll be step and then I'm going to pivot. So it's step and then pivot. Okay, once I've done that, I go step, pivot, and then from here I lower my hips lower than his hips. So then when I lock out my legs and lock my knees, I've got his weight balanced on my hip line here. And then I simply roll him off my hips. So that's basically how it works. Okay, there's different grips in that as well. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to do a basic one. So I'm going to grab the tricep and I go around the hip. So from here, hug the line. Okay, from here, I place my foot inside his foot. I pull this in tight. My foot comes in. I lower my hips. I make sure that I've got him pressed against my body, and I slightly get his weight forward just a little bit, so he's going onto his tiptoes a little bit. Okay, and then I lower my hips, stick my butt out, and then sweep with the arms. Okay, so I'm like looking over my other shoulder. And then from here, just have a hold. From here, absolutely lots of things and that you can do. Okay, from here I do this again. So from here, have a hold of the tricep, coming around the hips, step in. Okay, so from here I step, pivot and turn, hold the hips, pull them in tight, lower down, stick my butt out, and then look over my shoulder. And then down he goes. Okay, that's one basic hip throw. Then from here, you can do the same thing. We can grab the wrist instead. Okay, so from here, we have wrist control. We go around the hips. Okay, foot goes in, step pivot. Okay, from here, so I'm in, pull this across, lower my hips up, and then round and down. Okay, so that's with a wrist control. Okay, another way to do it could be around the head. Okay, if you're going around the head, from here, although head and arm control is okay, there is a possibility from here it could slip out, and then they're going to lock their arms, and then you're going to get picked up or thrown. Okay, so from here, you could do it by holding the lat, so you should control this instead of the head. Pull the arm in nice and tight, whether you've got the tricep, or you can have wrist, so you do wrist or tricep. I prefer to have the tricep because it holds it nice and tight to my body. And then from here, I step in, out, and around, controlling the head, and then straighten for what you want. Okay? Another way to do it from here, and that as well, is you can now do an underhook. So this would be more like wrestling. So from here, I go underneath and have an underhook. Okay, so I have this, and then this is popping up, which now eliminates the problem of this slipping off. Okay, and then from here it's just the same. Your underhook, grab the tricep. So maybe we're in sparring, I've got my head, okay, pushing against balance, going one way. I pull this in nice and tight. I step my foot in, other foot comes in, lower my hips, lift, and turn over, and then down again. Okay. Obviously, if you're into MMA, from here when you throw, you can just go completely down to the floor and drop your whole body weight onto that rib cage. From here, I'm just showing it that you've got good control, you're staying up and then falling over. But in a lot of cases, it's not going to happen. From here, things are going to happen, you're going to throw, and then you're probably going to be landing down with them. Okay, obviously from there, if you're out, you're not landing on the floor, they're landing on the floor, you land on them, so they're their crash mat. Okay, from there you're landing on them. I wouldn't recommend this for self-defense, because you know this is going to do severe trauma to the head if this hits off the pavement, damage to the spine, and so forth like that. But for fun and for MMA and other things, it's something cool to have in your toolbox. Okay, it's got a lot of good uses. So from there, it doesn't matter whether you've got the wrist, whether you've got a tricep, whether you're going around the waist, whether you're going around the head, or whether you've got an underhook and you're controlling from here. It's just straight in, up, over you go. Okay? And that has been some basic ways how to do a hip throw.